Texas Toast Podcast is brought to you commercial-free thanks to TSC Entertainment.
They call him the Ride.
Go ahead, put it on real tight. Hope you brought your best tonight. They say they got the fireworks, yeah, they say they got the show. You're around the shoots, you're the best, so let's go.
This is Texas Toast, a production of TSC Entertainment. I'm your host, Miss Helen. Kick back and enjoy as we toast the best from Texas. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Texas on Tap. We're so glad that you can tune in again for our weekly chit chat about the charts and some of the different songs that we're looking at. And producer Kyle always joins me for this. Of course, I'm Miss Helen, and this is Kyle. Hey, Kyle, how's it going?
Hey, it's going good. I'm chilling out in Florida this week, having a good time with some friends, and now I get to hang out with you for a little bit.
Good for you. It's good to see your face and glad that you're getting to go have some fun and see some different sights.
Yeah, we're in Orlando for a couple days and then going up to Fort Walton, which is the best beach on earth. So I'm really excited for this weekend. So
you pretty much just beaching it?
Yep, just getting some sun, hanging out, having fun, taking it easy this week. I'm still doing, normal stuff, but yeah, it's been a good week so far. Won a little money in Biloxi, actually. So
Did you
nice.
really?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, we stopped and broke up the trip to Orlando on, Monday night? And we went to a couple casinos, and actually all of us did good. So it was kind of a nice start to our vacation.
Oh, man, how fun. And especially being able to walk away with a little bit of money.
Yep.
Well, I didn't know if we were ever going to get this in, but I did want to mention that we were out on the water. We'll be on the water the next 2 days with a really great organization of youth that come to our area to fish. It's called the Hookspit Junior Anglers Camp, and young kids, boys and girls that like to fish, come and they get a charter for 3 or 4 days, and it's kind of like a mini tournament. Then after we fish them in the morning, they go back to the lodge and they do skeet shooting, they do suppers, they do all kind of activities. So it's really a cool thing. We had 3 boys from Friendswood on the boat with us this morning, and one of them caught a 20-inch trout.
Nice.
Yeah, so
That's
they were
awesome.
Happy faces. They were all smiles.
How do they find the kids? Where do they come from?
I spread it as much as I can.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, yeah, and I think it's just word of mouth. They have a website. It's hookspitjunioranglers.com, something like that. Just look for Hookspit Junior Anglers, because they do this camp all along the Gulf Coast, but they bought a little over 100 acres just to the north side of Matagorda here, where they're going to build a permanent lodge.
Oh, wow, that's so cool.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great facilities.
Nice. Well, good for them. That sounds awesome. All right, let's jump into some stuff. I'll let you go first, but before we get started, I did want to mention, we always tell you guys, if you've got any music coming out, if you're an artist or, you've got friends who play music or have new stuff coming out, to send it our way. And whenever you do, we talk about it and we, make it known. So the Troublesome Country band reached out to us on Instagram, and they are a new up-and-coming band from Texas, and they've got a new single called The Turbine Song out, and it's a really pretty duet. It's got some really cool production elements in there, too. Troublesome Country band has a new record coming out. I don't think they've set a release date yet, but I listened to the single, and it's awesome, so I'm really looking forward to that record, and I encourage you guys to go listen to that as well.
Wow, I like that. I like the title of the song. The lyrics should be interesting.
Yeah, it was very entertaining, and it was unique.
Well, I just want to look at some of the charts and mainly look at some of the ones that I'm seeing that are bubbling under, that have just been released. They're just fixing to start coming up into the top 100. They're just, like I said, we're just released. But one I want to look at, I think I might have mentioned it last week, but Will Carter has a new single called Ocean. I really like that. Really like Will Carter, and he has some of my hometown roots in Sealy. And he has a lot of great music. He's another one of those Texas artists that's very consistent. And by the way, greatest spin increase, Jon Stork, If You Can Dance, he's really making some moves.
Oh, wow.
And of course, Sundance Head and Ariel Hutchins, I want to mention them again. I am just absolutely in love with that song, Showing Off. And of course, we do have a podcast coming up with Ariel that y'all get to hear in the near future. Rich O'Toole, old friend of mine, 17 Wild Horses. That's his latest single. And Rich has been really going through a transformation. Musically, I have always loved Rich's music from his very first project that had a single called Cleveland, Texas. It was just like this banging song. And I'm so glad to see that he's back out and doing some more music. And at Reckless Kelly, I mentioned them a few weeks ago when the single had just dropped, Lost Inside the Groove. It was another one that was on the list of most added along with Mickey and the Motor Cars. So there's really some good stuff up and coming on the chart. So that's the first ones that I just kind of wanted to mention that are kind of getting the spotlight and gaining a lot of momentum.
Yeah.
And so if we want to look at the charts per se, you know, we're still holding in there with the same ones on CD Extraction Texas. Randy Rogers and Wayne Bowen really planted at number 1 with Hold My Beer. Casey Donahue is at number 2. Curtis Grimes is at 3 with Friends. And then at number 4, Kylie Fry and Randy Houser, Horses in Heaven, beautiful song. And rounding out the top 5 is Mike Ryan. Texas Regional Radio Report. Congratulations to Kylie Fry.
Hey, there we go.
Yes, Horses in Heaven.
We got to get her on.
Yes, this week is number 1. She was at number 2 last week, and she has now officially hit a number 1. Round of applause. Way to go. Randy Rogers and Wade Bowen, Hold My Beer at number 2. Casey's at number 3 on the Texas Regional Radio Report. Curtis Grimes at number 4. And one of our favorites, Mike Ryan, Can Down, rounding out the top 5 on that chart.
I think Mike Ryan's one of everybody's favorites right now.
Yes. The Texas Country Music Chart.com, Casey Donahue, number 1, Queen for a Night. Randy Rogers and Wade Bowen, Hold My Beer at number 2. Curtis Grimes, Mike Ryan is at number 4 on this chart with, I just like saying Can Down. Clay Hollis, Anybody Loving You Lately, as at number 5. So, you know, those are holding in there. And Bart Crow has moved up. Also, Matt Castillo is sitting at number 25 on this chart. We got Kyle Park, you know, he just released Rewind. It's moving up. So a lot of exciting things happening on the charts, and all of our people are doing really good. Ken Fo has moved up.
Oh, did you see the video?
Yes, I did. Yes, I love it.
So
I'm
good.
So happy for them.
Yeah. Speaking of that Kyle Park song, I forgot to go check it out, but I don't know if it's out for streaming yet, but I'm still eager to listen to that one. Because whenever we talked about it on here, it wasn't available yet.
I'm starting to see it more. I know I saw something where I think he's filmed a video, or maybe the video has been out, but it's one of those songs that just makes you kind of stop what you're doing and look at life and reflect. That's all I got to say about that. Everybody check it out. Of course, it is Kyle Park.
Yeah.
So what do you have?
So I've got some interesting ones this week. I'm going to start with Cade Holliday. He put out a song called Burn Down, and he's a new one for me. He stood out because he was the highest debut on the Spotify charts this week. Debuted at number 27. This song was very interesting. The vocals were very loud in the mix, which I thought was awesome. Sometimes it's not good and sometimes it's great, and it was great in this situation. It really worked. It's a straightforward song. You know, the message of the song is very straightforward, and I totally understand why some people would get behind the message and how it's relatable. It also had a really great guitar solo in there, so just an all around really good song, and looking forward to hearing more from him. And then another one that stood out to me, and I've seen this name before, and I honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I saw it before and I was like, oh, is that a show? Is it a podcast or a radio show or what is this? But it's a band, and they're called South Texas Tweek. Have you heard of them?
No, I need to though. Tell me.
It's a very interesting name, right? The song is called Count on Me. So they've got new music out actually since this song. But this one's doing really well on the Spotify charts right now. And obviously the name of the band caught my attention. And then it's got this very classic sounding, I guess not just the intro, because it's kind of consistent throughout the whole song, but it's an acoustic guitar going back and forth between an acoustic and electric, and it just sounds really pretty. And he's got this cool voice, and it's very smooth, and you just got to check that one out. It's a really neat song, and I'm sure the rest of their music sounds similar. And then the last one this week is one that's been doing great for a long time now, and we just haven't gotten around to talking about it. And it's going to be Kill a Man by Pecos and the Rooftops.
Okay.
So Pecos and the Rooftops are killing it. They're playing all the time. They're one of the relevant bands right now. And like I said, it's been up here on the charts for a long time now. And so the song itself, Kill a Man, it's one of their older songs and it's still doing good, which says a lot about, the strength of the song. It's like one of those slow, sexy songs, about like it's got that sexy side, but this message is kind of like about a lonely man. So the thing about Pecos for me is his voice. It's very different, and it's not my favorite, but clearly a lot of people love it. I totally understand why they're doing so well, and I've heard they put on a great show. They're actually one of the few bands I haven't gotten a chance to see, so maybe I need to get out and see them, and that'll change my perspective on what's going on with them.
Yes, and that's such a good point that you just made. You can listen to a recorded version, and then when you go to a live show, and then it can go both ways. It could go, oops,
Yep.
it could go, oops,
it's like, oh, never again.
not so much what I thought they were going to be, or this is even better.
Yeah.
It's the same thing how a video can make or break a single. So that was a good point that you brought up there.
Yeah.
Yes, go check them out. Mhm.
Yeah, and this song itself, not all of their music sounds like this, but this song in a way has this John Mayer vibe, and John Mayer is like my all-time favorite. I feel like a lot of people in country, as well as at least in songwriting, have like this deep, maybe even like a guilty pleasure, secret, love for John Mayer, and I can tell that Pecos and those guys have that as well. So, in that sense, it's a really pretty song.
Awesome.
Well, yeah, that's all I've got this week. On my chart, there's not a lot of movement. It's been kind of similar. The heavy hitters that have jumped in lately is Drinkin', Parker McCollum, and then the duet Cody Johnson and Willie Nelson. But other than that, it's pretty similar up to the top. Lots of new stuff down below the top 25. But other than that, it's looking pretty steady.
Yes, it is, and I've been just tuning in, listening to all my summer songs. I know we had talked about getting a summer list together, which I still need to do. I just need to start forwarding you songs as I'm listening to them but it's really been super duper busy. And like the next 2 days is fishing with the youth. And then we've got 2 offshore trips planned for the weekend. So I am finally getting out and playing with my pets again. I'm happy camper.
Nice.
But yeah, send us your favorite Texas summer songs from your Texas artist.
And if you have any name suggestions for the playlist, that's the whole thing about Spotify is you got to have a cute name for the playlist. So if any of you guys have any cool ideas for a name and want to throw it in the hat for us to use, please do. And we'll get that going and share it around, and hopefully people put it on the boat and in the car when they're driving down the road, the windows down, all that good stuff.
Right, or by the barbecue pit, whatever. When you're mowing on the tractor.
There you go.
All that outdoor activities. Okay, well, you
Absolutely.
Enjoy your time, Kyle.
I will. It's good seeing you. Just have fun with the kids tomorrow and catch some big ones offshore this weekend.
I will. All right, have fun in Florida.
All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Well, you can go to hell. Texas, I've had my fill of every place but home. Well, take away these cities.